Hello everyone! Welcome back to episode 45 of my Let's Build series. It's so lovely to see you all. I have officially upgraded this series to Minecraft 1.14 full release, which means we have the new textures. Now, although we have looked at these before, I thought I would just take a quick little glance around the palace and see the things that have changed. I think the most notable change here is going to be the slight more smoothness of the terracotta, and the prismarine has changed a little bit, but I think it works a little bit better now, almost. I'm really liking it. Let's take a quick flight and see how this is. I think the only problem with 1.14 right now is the chunk loading is a little bit weird. Everything else seems to be going well. Let's just jump over here. See how our boat from last episode is looking. Good, good. Yeah, there's definitely nothing too weird here. And also, I know some of you guys don't love the wood. I'm actually kind of liking it. I think it's going to work really well, and we'll just sort of have to get used to it. But I'm really liking this. Okay, let's get started on what we need to work on in today's episode. In today's episode, we are finally going to be taking on this upstairs area of our palace. So we've been kind of neglecting this area for a little while, and I was sort of waiting to see what we were going to do with this end section and to get the roof completed. Now that we have spent the last couple episodes doing that, I think it's finally time that we spend some time up here. It really deserves our love. So we're going to start up here where I've laid out a couple of things. Let me get the rest of my dirt up. So where I've laid this dirt, that's going to be our walls. So what I want to have is a kind of entrance room up here where you come up from the staircase, or you can enter here, and it's sort of just a little room that overlooks pretty much everything. We'll have a little seating area out here, and then we'll be able to have this big entrance into this hallway. And this will be a rather long hallway, and as you're coming through here, we'll have different rooms settled on each side. And then you'll come into this grand room. And this is where I would like to place our library. So I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to try to get a pillar going straight up. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Oh, no, not like that. Let's do this. I'd like to just mark where the corners of this room are, just to make sure that I get it correct. Okay, I was one block off. Oh! Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Where's my bow? Oh goodness. Wait. Where'd they go? Is that a guy? No, it's not. What the heck? That's not cool. Okay, well, we have creeper problems, but they can't get to us, so it's fine. So just one block over right here, and this will be where our corner blocks are. Okay, now that those are in, that gives us a really good idea of what this is sort of going to look like. So this is going to be a pretty tall hallway. We may even be able to have these rooms be kind of double-story rooms where we have another staircase that heads into an even narrower set of rooms. That could be really fun. I think we've got a lot of work to do up here. So I think what I'm going to start with is getting these walls in place. I can't quite decide if I want to make them one bigger. I think I might put the walls right here. So we'll do a row of terracotta along here, and I think my walls are all going to be terracotta. I also have the option to do this light gray, which is a color that I really love, but I think this right along here definitely all needs to be terracotta, because this area right here is really visible from the outside, and I'd like it to match the exterior walls. Okay everyone, I have added in a few walls. Look at this. I mean, it just completely transforms a space when you start adding in these walls and pillars. This looks like the interior of a palace now. It's so much less empty already. Obviously, once we get that less open so we can't see the moon rising, it'll be a little bit better once again, but it takes time to get to that point, and I'm really happy with this so far. I actually had to transfer my beacon to the mesa again and bring it back so that I could get a bunch of light gray terracotta. I also filled up on a little bit of normal terracotta, which is really lovely. I have my tool here, the Aquamarine Helper. It's my work pick, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. I got that when I was end raiding recently. So we've got this room over here where I'm going to have a staircase going up. This is what I want to be our potion making room, I think. And then over here we have two rooms that I think are going to be bedrooms. We're going to have a smaller bedroom right here and then a slightly larger bedroom over here. And as you continue down the hall, this big open room right here where the towers are, I think I would like this to be the library. And then past it over here, I would like to have our master bedroom. Now, obviously, we are not going to get to all of this today, but there is an important order of operations happening here. So basically, I need to first, before I do anything, I need to get this place kind of in tip-top shape. So this right here is where you come out onto the second layer. Instead of having this be a massively tall hallway, I'm actually going to make it so, it's still going to be really tall, but it'll be, a little bit less tall. And it'll allow us to have some beams going across here and a finished ceiling. And then the upper floor, we can have something up there as well. Gives us lots more interior space. Let me just, do I have a crafting table up here? Maybe I don't actually. Okay, I can make one. That's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to go in where this dirt was and bring in some of these stairs. This is going to be a really thin little staircase. It's not really a grand staircase. Not a lot of people pass by here, perhaps. This is more of a little secret room that's back here. It's not really a secret, but, it is at the same time. I'm not sure how to explain it exactly. I think I may have to make this a bit bigger though. So what's going to happen here is this is going to drop down one. So we're going to have that, and then instead of this, it's going to be along here. And this should still line up perfectly fine because I've got lots of room on that platform up there. Get rid of that. Here we go. Yeah, this will be fine. We'll still make it. I just need to create a couple more stairs for us. I think I'm going to do slabs up here just to give us the most space possible, and I am going to have this be kind of completely closed off. Oh, maybe I should do this like this. There we go. And of course we're going to need some lighting up here really badly. And we'll probably just do it till about right there. Yeah, that should work perfectly. Alright, there we go. That cleans up the space a lot, and it fills in some of the question marks that I had up here. So now what I need to do is get this ceiling in place so that I can finish off this hallway. That's what I'd like to finish in this episode, because I have a lot of wall building and planning to do over here, and I would like to hear all of your ideas before I get too far ahead of myself. So I think what I'm going to do, how far is this? 1, 2, 3. So I think I'd like to do maybe every 3, and then we have a slab, but we'll do these beams across so it looks really super supported, kind of every 3 blocks. I think this will work. Now let me get some of these in place. I'm just going to kind of roughly mark it in and see what it looks like from the bottom. Alright, so there's kind of the effect that's going to give. I think that is definitely plenty tall enough. That gives us this massive ceiling to work with here. And this is going to be sort of our gallery. So we're going to have a lot of paintings on the wall. I want to have probably 2 of my own custom pixel art paintings. And then I would also probably like to put a few Minecraft paintings around. I think that could be really nice. So let me grab the rest of my slabs and get on this. I think another thing I'd like to do up here with this big kind of rectangle room we're going to end up having, I think I'd like to have a balcony over here maybe. So let me just break this out and see where we end up. Ooh. Yeah, this could be a really nice spot for a balcony. I'm just going to break this out so that I have that kind of marked in. Put some torches so we don't get creepers falling on our heads. Yeah, that could be nice. Let me hop down here and just see. Oh, that'll be perfect. It'll be kind of like we have on the exterior, but just inside to look over our big grand aquarium. Now, the first thing you'll notice, I'm sure, looking up here is how dark that got. And that is just not gonna work because now we have our flooring the same color as our ceiling. And this happens, of course, on the lower layer as well, but I think it's really, really noticeable in this hallway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just pillar up. I know I could be using scaffolding. I gotta go get some. And I think what I'm gonna do is just make myself a little platform here, and then I I think I'm just going to kind of create a little bit of an archway right here. No, maybe not that one. Maybe take that and come this way and just kind of arch it forward a little bit. I think this could be really nice. Then in the center, what I'll do is place a little sea lantern just like that. And we'll have these sort of beams hanging down. I hope that'll kind of give the effect that I'm looking for, but let me hop down and see for sure. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay, so it's really rough right now, but we need to get some more stairs and slabs in there. Oh, and maybe even the wall block, now that we have that available. Maybe I should experiment with that actually. All right, let me make some adjustments. All right, I kind of like that. I think with those repeating, we're going to have 2 more probably right here. I think that'll add a really nice touch to our ceiling in here and kind of dress it up and just add some interest. So I don't really want to have any big chandeliers here. I would kind of like to save that for our grand library right here, as well as our master bedroom that goes past it. Although we could maybe do something dangling a little bit further down. But for now, I think it's time to move on to the next step. So I would like to add some doors to these. I think we're going to go with probably dark oak. I think that fits our theme the best. The spruce is definitely a little bit too medieval for my likings. And the others have windows, which I don't think works for this particular scenario. Now it's just a question of, do I want to have them like that, or do I want to have them in one? Like that. I think I kind of like them out like that. That's definitely not the worst thing in the world. The next thing I'd like to do is mark out where my paintings are going to go. So I think I'm probably going to go about 5 out. Oh, that'll be too close to that door. This is going to be a bit of a struggle. Maybe like here, 3 away from that door. Now where is that across? Because I put these doors a little bit randomly. Not really randomly. I don't know if randomly is the right word, but you know, they're staggered. They're not in exactly the same spot. These 2 rooms are not exactly the same size, and this room is the long room with the staircase, so like they're odd, and that makes it better in my opinion. I don't want them to be perfectly symmetrical. Something that's too perfect doesn't fit in as well, in my opinion. So we're gonna be 5 wide like that. The painting will be 3 wide, the frame will be 5 wide, and then they'll go up. Maybe we'll just have room for the 1 painting on each side here. Or we might have room for another one. Let's see, right here, and then same across right here. Hey, this could actually fit. Paintings, yeah. Okay, I like it. Now it's just a matter of getting the actual frame in place. I think for this I'm probably gonna go into the wall a little bit, just so it's not popped out quite as big, because this is a little bit more of a narrow space than before. So maybe like up here will be our max height. I don't have any more stairs on me. Shoot, okay, I gotta go get some. So then instead of this being out, what I'll do is I'll break that away and I'll just sink that into the wall. And this painting will be visible on both sides no matter what we do. This is all going to come out, and we're going to replace it with pixel art to make it look like it's a painting. So basically this room in here is also going to have a painting. But what I'm going to do in here, because it's a smaller room, is I'm going to use trap doors to give a little bit of a border and frame to the painting on this side of the wall. I think that'll be fine, actually. The more I speak about it out loud, the more it makes sense. I think I'd actually like to change this bottom design a little bit. I kind of want to throw a sea lantern in there again. Kind of like we did in the dining room and ballroom. So then right here we would have stairs instead, and a slab on the bottom, and then a trap door right over that. I think that's just a better design overall. Alright, here's our hallways so far. Honestly, I'm liking it and I'm disliking it at the same time. I think the bright colors that are going to go in here are going to help and dress up this space a lot, but I also think that the room still kind of sucks a little bit, but it is just a hallway. I also have to keep that in mind. It's this right here. This is going to be the epic library that we have, and the master bedroom. This hallway connecting it, ultimately not that important, although I am spending a ton of time in here. Because, I mean, I do have to look at it. It is the connector, so it may as well be good, right? Right. Well, I do think something that's going to help is I would like to add a border along here with the soul sand, like we did in the dining room, just to keep things consistent. I do think it adds a really, really nice touch of color. I don't have any on me, of course, because I'm really an organized person. Okay, let me go grab the supplies that I need. So, funny story. I was coming into the nether because, well, we need soul sand, and there was a creeper in here. I can't catch a break. I can't catch a break when it comes to creepers. So now I'm in the nether. I don't have a flint and steel on me. I don't have flint or steel. How do you get out of the nether when something like this happens? Just a question. My lighter don't have that much How? I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but I guess I'm gonna have to figure it out. Maybe there's a flint and steel in one of these chests. Did they drop as items in Nether Fortress chests? I hope they do. Okay, I'm gonna Google it. 1 second. Okay, so I solved the flint problem. I now have flint. I don't have steel. I can't think of a way to get iron in here besides for maybe finding it. So let's hope that I left some behind, I guess. I also hear a ghast, and I'm wondering if it's possible for me to do the trick where you just get the ghast to relight it. I think I might give it a shot. It might be worth it. I'm kind of stuck in this nether portal now, though. Okay, the gas is right there. Okay, I feel like I could work with this, right? I'm a Minecraft genius who's been playing Minecraft for years. Surely I can make this work. Come on, ghast. Come on, come on. Come on, do you see me? Please see me. Okay, so I made my portal ghast safe. I had to unmake it ghast safe. Apparently it wasn't creeper safe. Ugh, goodness me. Am I invisible to this ghast? I've never had this problem before. Please shoot at me. Please. Hello? Are ghasts broken in 1.14? Because I've never been this close to a ghast that just doesn't care about me before. Hello? Hello, can you shoot a fireball at me? Oh, okay, it can. Good. Let's go. Good. So, I need to get it over here. I hope it follows me. Come on. Follow me. I need you to shoot over here. Over here. No. Not at me. Right here. Come on. Shoot. Yes! It worked! Oh my goodness, it worked! Thank you, ghast! Now don't shoot it again. Oh wait, did it despawn? The luck that we... What? I'm shocked and so grateful to that ghast. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm never coming to the nether again. This has been traumatizing. I'm leaving. I gotta get my soul sand though. And then I'm leaving and then I'm never coming back. Okay, after that rather traumatizing experience in the nether, I have gathered the soul sand. Wasn't really worth it, gonna admit, but it does make for a good trim and it adds a block that we wouldn't normally use. I like it. It fits in well with our palette, and I love getting to use blocks like that. So that's wonderful, but we're never using it again. And for those of you asking if I am going to build in the nether is not worthy of me after that, okay? It doesn't deserve me. The nether dimension is awful. It's scary, and I don't like it. And I don't like having my builds blown up. So, for now... No, I'm not building in the nether. It's too scary. There is another 1.14 feature that I have been super excited to use, and that is the lantern. I think this lantern is one of the most gorgeous blocks in the game. It is so perfect. Oh, I love it. I'm going to try and do this sort of thing. I'm not sure if that fits right there because of everything else that we have going on here. But I do think it is a design that can work somewhere. Let me just do a few of these since they can be taken down. Oops, let's just see here. Oh, yes, I love that. Oh my goodness, the lanterns are so pretty. Oh, I love it. And we could do another one right here if we had to. Say if we wanted it to be this busy with lanterns. I think if I do that, I'm going to take down the sea lantern. Because it's not quite covered up and it kind of takes away. But I really like that. Oh my goodness, how cute. Okay, well, with this much progress done and that little interruption, I think that is going to be enough for today's episode. So I'm going to go pick out our comment or question of today. Today's comment or question of the day comes from Vala Red, who says, "Great ship. I'm so excited to see what you do with the new 1.14 blocks. I'm actually struggling because there are too many options and I want to include everything in my world. Do you have advice for choosing your palette on a build?" Thank you so much for the comment, Vala Red. I think that is a really good comment to address today, as quite a few of you have asked similar comments to what Vala is asking. So let's head over here where I have actually set up my palace's palette, sort of. So when I was picking out the colors for my palace, I started with these. These were blocks that on this starter island were really easy to get. Sand for our sandcastle and birch because birch trees were growing here on the island, and these two go together really well, especially when the birch is stripped. This creates our base layer of blocks that I knew for a fact I wanted to build with. After that, I added on a color. This is my personal favorite blocks. I love these two blocks. I use them all the time. I just can't resist. I knew for sure that I wanted to build with them in this aquatic palace and kind of have that theme where it's a very tropical feel. So then I had to ask myself what the block was that was going to go with this. Both of these have a lot of stairs and slabs, the birchwood and the sandstone obviously having stair and slab variants as well as fence variants. And the prismarine has stair and slab variants, and now it has wall variants. So that gives me a lot of options for details with these two, which is why they are my walls, my pillars, and my detail blocks, as you can see as you look around this palace. I kind of stumbled into the terracotta and granite and jungle. I was thinking I was going to go with one of the terracottas because there was a mesa nearby, but I didn't know exactly which one. The bonus with this terracotta is that it goes so well with granite and also jungle wood. So basically all of these are forming kind of one block palette that I use in very similar ways. So now I have my roof block, my detail block, and my wall block. And I picked this based on the structure that I knew that I was going to be building. I knew when I started this on episode 1 that I would be building a palace, so I picked blocks accordingly. You should also do this when you are picking a palette. Let me quickly show you how these blocks all work together. And I didn't really plan this as much as some of you guys think I did. I feel like I just sort of picked prismarine because I like it. I wanted something to detail with, and birch is easy to detail with. And the terracotta just kind of works. And if it didn't work, I would have just taken it down and tried something else. Trial and error and putting different colors together and just experimenting is a big way to figure out how things are going to work. This Enchanting Tower, if you remember, if you were one of the original people to this channel, this was the first piece of palace that we built. This was kind of my tester, so this is something that I do a lot of the time, especially in survival. I kind of build a smaller version of the structure using the details that I want to use so that I can see how the colors work together and complement each other before I commit to something like that. So we built this, and I got to see that the dark prismarine does indeed work really well for a roof. I saw that the regular prismarine works extremely well with the texture of granite, and it breaks up that smoothness of the terracotta. So when I'm choosing my palette, I don't just think about the color, I also think about the textures and how they are going to flow together. You don't want to have too much texture, and you don't want to have too little either. You need your eye to be able to rest in some spots. These are all things that I was thinking about when I was choosing for this palace, and I think it worked out really well. Ultimately, the decision on choosing a palette is yours, and I'm sure whatever you choose will look lovely. Remember, I have literally built a mansion out of dirt and cobble, and it turned out fine. Don't stress about it too much. Experiment, have fun, and, just think about your texture, think about your color, think about what your detail blocks are going to be, if there's stairs and slabs, and other than that, it's not that serious. It'll be okay, I promise. Don't stress about it. I know a lot of you tend to get really stressed or want things to be just so or just right or just perfect, and I promise you just gotta work at it. This palace is very much perfectly imperfect, and that's sort of what I love about it. And with all of that said, I think that is going to be it for today. If you liked everything that I've done in this palace so far and enjoyed hanging out with me, please consider leaving a like on this video and subscribing to see more content like this. Wow, I haven't done an outro like that in a long time. Goodness, okay. I'm a proper YouTuber now, I guess. I'm gonna go edit this now. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.